SERPENTE's overall objective is to improve energy efficiency in different types of publicly owned or managed buildings through improved public policies. The project is implemented within the INTERREG 4C programme and co-financed by the European Regional Development Fund. The partnership groups partners characterised by different climate, history and building stocks. However, the theme of energy efficiency in buildings is relevant to all of them. Some are local authorities which directly manage public buildings and define public policies. Some are energy agencies and an association of cities supporting local authorities, which are in charge of defining local energy plans. Others are research centres specialising in renewable energy.
10 different countries with 10 different languages, 10 different histories are speaking the same language. And this, I think, from a political point of view, it's incredibly good. We are the most important multicultural and multi-language and multi-religion continent of the earth. There is nothing so different. Now we are in peace, we have not only to be in peace but to work together. And to work also at a low level, not only because there is an international parliament that makes laws.
The project's sub-objectives are as follows: to raise awareness and knowledge among policymakers, citizens and target groups on the potential and practical application of energy efficiency in publicly owned and managed buildings. To promote responsible energy consumption among public builder users through practical, tested solutions. To enhance the energy performance of publicly owned and managed buildings through the development of a manual of good practice for increasing energy effectiveness and guidelines for developing a rational energy policy. Why is it important to improve energy efficiency? It's quite obvious. It's worth it. The right investments save both energy and money. Energy consumption in buildings represents around 40% of total final energy use in Europe. SERPENTE contributes to the objectives of the Lisbon, Gothenburg and Europe 2020 strategies for smart, sustainable and inclusive growth. It fits into the context of the priorities of Energy 2020, a strategy for competitive, sustainable and secure energy, which refers to the stock of public buildings and to the necessity to exploit all available opportunities, including those offered by the EU regional policy to improve the energy efficiency and autonomy of buildings. For the purpose of the project, partners divided public buildings into 5 subgroups. Historical buildings are those officially protected as part of a designated environment or because of their special architectural or historical value. There are 2 basic reasons to study a possible retrofit of historical buildings. They are a great part of the public property stock and a lot of improvements should be made. We have to understand how to find a good balance between preserving our heritage buildings and improving their energy efficiency. We can achieve this balance with the help of different technologies, according to the state of the building we are studying and according to the compatibility between advanced technologies, historical facts and landscape. We have to find out the best possible relationship between advanced technologies and the historical and essential nature of the existing buildings. When it comes to social housing, it is key to integrate energy efficiency measures in all types of contracted activities, such as maintenance work. Furthermore, given the important role of building users, they should be actively involved in the process thanks to the implementation of incentive schemes. Sports facilities are classified among the most intensive public buildings because of their occupancy rate, their specificities, and their design, which increase the energy consumption in comparison with other public buildings. Indoor facilities Either sports halls, especially those in which competitions are held, or swimming pools are very energy intensive due to the large amount of energy required based on sports standards. The height of an indoor gym automatically increases its volume, thus requiring a larger amount of energy. All sports halls, regardless of age or scale, i.e., if they are new or old installations, small or large buildings, must adopt all other requirements for building operations, such as those listed in the EU Energy Efficiency Directive. Schools have a huge potential for saving energy and encouraging more sustainable habits. Nevertheless, these buildings usually lack a specific energy policy. Best practices demonstrate the possibilities to improve energy efficiency at schools by engaging pupils, the educational community, and facility managers in a common project towards a more sustainable use of energy. Sometimes it is not necessary to make large renovations in school buildings, because with only behavioural changes, it is possible to make large savings on energy use at school. You can take a look at the 50-50 concept that started with German schools and which is spreading across Europe with the Euronet 50-50 project. Energy efficiency measures at school allow a reduction in energy use and CO2 emissions, while at the same time can help to improve the environmental conditions of classrooms and other areas of the school buildings. Energy use in offices has risen in recent years because of the growth in information technology, air conditioning, and intensity of use. However, this trend is offset by considerable improvements in insulation, plant, lighting, and controls. Low energy consumption is just one attribute of a carefully designed and well-managed building. Comfort and productivity are others. The last group, administrative buildings, which are continually used for a set period of hours each week and where the energy use is mainly comprised of small office equipment, lighting, heating and cooling, includes administrative headquarters of the municipality, other administrative buildings, town halls, and energy agency offices.
Istotą działania wszystkich tych, którzy ci projektują, budują budynki, jest to, żeby zachowując pełen komfort funkcjonowania osób w budynku, zmniejszyć koszty użytkowania. To jest efektywność mierzona kosztem energii do 1 m² takiej powierzchni.
As a result of the project policy, recommendations have been elaborated. The primary recommendation is for Member States to become more aware of the levels of certification within their own building stock. Are the requirements of the Energy Performance of Buildings Directive being implemented? What percentage of qualifying building stock has actually been certified to date? We recommend the EU to clearly show what funding is available in the 2014 to 2020 budget to support awareness initiatives in public buildings and their capacity to create energy improvements. We recommend that common rules be adopted across Member States in the area of energy and ESCO contracts. SERPENTE was based on an exchange of experiences, both positive ones to be replicated and negative ones to avoid further mistakes. Activities included meetings, study visits, and subgroup work, identification of good practices and elaboration of context analysis at regional and EU level, pilot actions to test identified good practices, communication activities.
We generated lots of investments on energy efficiency in the province, and we gave technical help for energy efficiency, and we managed to get like more than 16,000 tons of CO2 saved during the project. And we also managed to engage municipalities on generating renewable energies, mainly biomass. So I think it's a very interesting project and experience to share with.
The project partners have identified the good practices in partner cities and in other European regions contributing to energy efficiency in public buildings. Also, pilot actions were taken in Malmö, Cork, Florence, Bordeaux and Cyprus to verify energy efficiency projects in an effective way.
I suppose we've had a number of quite positive results from being part of the SERPENTE project. If I was to pick one or two, I suppose the primary one is that we have now, I suppose, come to understand and to develop a better form of measuring and verification as a result of the pilot project that we've got involved with through SERPENTE. And we've realised, I suppose, the benefit of accurate baseline data and good follow-up data for verification. And we learned an awful lot in that area around our pilot project, which has led us to be able to concretely prove the success of our pilot project and then continue those principles on into other projects that we're now undertaking as a result of the success of our pilot project.
The European context analysis of the SERPENTE project gives an outlook of energy policies and also includes best practices identified in the 5 subgroups of the project. Efficient technologies combined with simple measures can achieve a 50% reduction in energy demand. The partners' implementation plans provide a structure to implement actions and best practices learned during the project. Thanks to that tool, the project's results will continue to influence local action and policies after the end of the project. You can find out more details about the project in the final publication and on our website. The SERPENTE project is about energy efficiency. It is an important matter. Now is the time to spread its valuable message.